What's going on, everyone? This is Wink, and today I'm playing Lost Dimension. So, a month ago, I put up a poll asking what game did you want to see next. And even though I didn't have that many subs, of course, you know, I wanted to see what, what people want to see me play next. And with that being said, let's get right to it.
The world now faces total destruction.
How could a single person do all this?
The attacks are simultaneous?
Reported casualties at 2 billion and climbing.
There's an incoming transmission from that man.
I am the agent of the apocalypse. My name is the End. This destruction is but a prelude. More will come. True destruction is about to begin. 13 days from now, everything in this world will come to an end. If you want to continue your worthless lives, try and stop me. Try and kill me. I'll be waiting.
13 days from now? It's over, isn't it? The world's coming to an end!
We need to deploy the troops at once.
We have to stop that madman at any cost.
Assemble each nation's finest and infiltrate that tower.
This is our final hour.
It may be time to send in the gifted.
Maybe with their powers, they can do the impossible.
The world's fate is in their hands. Where is this? My head. What? This is...
Yeah, is this your first time seeing this game? I'm just gonna tell you right now. To me, in my own opinion, this game is basically a tactical game meets visual novel. Not to say it's a bad thing. I don't think any of those games are bad. I actually enjoy tactical games. But it's not like any tactic game that you probably previously played. Like when I'm saying tactical game, I mean like Advanced Wars or Final Fantasy Tactics or Tactics Org. By the way, many of my favorite tactical games. This doesn't have like a grid system. But at the same time, it's like the battle system's kind of pretty much the same. I'm trying to figure out like what will be the best plan of attack.
Take this.
And right now, this is just a tutorial. They're teaching that if you're in range of a sniper or a gunner, then they have a chance of counter-attacking, which that can be annoying if they do monster damage. But there's ways to get around it. Like, one way that I use to get around that would be to like get many of my party members around the enemy, because once you have your partner close to the enemy, when you attack, your party member can attack too. So just imagine having like 3 to 4 people around an enemy and then begin an attack. So whenever you
I'll turn you to ash.
take the initiative to attack, then your next party member attack, then your next, then your next. And with doing that strat, you can kind of negate or kill off the enemy before he gets their counter attack.
What?
And in this game, instead of calling special skills magic, they call them gifts. I mean, it's a pretty cool term for this game. Suits them well. But for the sake of tactic games, we're just gonna call her a mage. So she's able to control fire. I believe I have another person on my team that can control electric. And then there's one that I remember. He can actually use, I guess, materials around the stage or inside the enemy as like a way to attack them.
Are you ready?
And he doesn't have a gun, he just have a sword. So you have like your enemies, you have your allies that attack close range. And
Yeah.
maybe like 1 or 2 mages, I think 3. And the rest uses guns. Some using handguns. I think 3 using handguns. 2 using submachine guns. And 1 using a shotgun. That guy, Zenji right there, he uses a shotgun. The skill defer is basically giving up your turn for someone else to move. That's all it is for, but they have it,
Get in my way.
whereas there's a limit to how many times you can.
Here, leave it to me.
Is it a limit?
Damn.
I'm about to probably think about the wrong game. I forgot. I think there's a limit to how many times you can actually defer you turn to someone else before, like, you know, they start.
Let's go.
I guess their head started hurting. I mean, it's weird, but yeah. Oh, and yeah, if you attack them from behind, they won't counterattack. But I think it's dependent on the enemy. I think a regular soldier won't attack from behind. See, just like you see right there, like, since my partner's up close, you get the attack assist. And that is basically key to actually winning the battle. Mana, she attacks with just a fist, so she's up close. And as you level her up, she actually gets really, really strong. And I'll explain about assists. So yeah, before you attack, you can actually see the assist text on top of the characters. So that lets you know who will help you with the team attack. Along with using attack, there's also attacks that you can use so that the enemy won't counterattack at all. See, meaning that that's a machine. That thing will attack from behind.
Let's go.
I'll turn you to ash.
Are you ready? Don't get in my way!
Well,
Just trying to see, because I'm trying to see if I can use that attack that they won't counter. Like that attack, that sweep, that attack I can even shoot them up close and they still won't counterattack, but it's getting them within range of the attack. That's the problem. And I don't think I can't. Oh, there we go. So because he has a submachine gun, he has that skill. And now if I attack with my main character and he's behind with the assist, he gets the attack. Team attack, and because we killed them off,
Let's go.
the enemy doesn't counterattack.
Are you ready?
And that's game.
yeah.
But yeah, like, as we start doing more missions like this, you start seeing like there's rankings for every mission, and for every time when you do a mission, if you do a mission as fast as possible, then you get a reward for those type of missions. And usually,
Serious?
when you start doing those missions, you probably won't be strong enough to actually do the missions as fast as you can to get those rewards. But what you can do is, like, you know, just do the mission and then try to, you know, level up, and then do other missions, and then come back and do the mission again later on.
There are others? So you have 5, huh?
Us 6 and you 5. That makes 11 of us in total.
That's great. We can play soccer with that many people.
That's supposed to be a joke?
We're all wearing similar uniforms. In other words, that means we're...
If it isn't the 11 psychics. Welcome to the Pillar.
That voice. I know who he is. So you're the end.
You've come looking for me, no? I must greet you. It seems you at least remember who I am.
Of course we do. We came here to kill you after all. Or did you tamper with our memories, thinking we'd forget all that, too?
Tampered with our memories? Are you implying he's the reason why we don't remember how we got here?
That would seem a logical conclusion.
Why have you done this?
It doesn't matter why. He's an enemy we have to defeat. That's all we need to know.
Ha! Just what I'd expect from Sealed. You lapdogs are so entertaining to watch.
What did you say? You messing with us?
You needn't call us dogs. You're right beastly.
You are still not enough. The situation is more dire than you could imagine. I believe you are all forgetting one very important item.
Important? What do you mean?
There is a time limit. I completed launch preparations, and I now have a nuclear warhead aimed at every major city in the world. And I just press the switch.
What? That's a load of bull.
The warheads will launch 13 days from now. That is your deadline. And the only way to stop them is for you to come and kill me. The UN seems to think you're up to the task. That's why they assembled Sealed. To come in here and stop me.
Jeez, you scared me.
So guns have no effect on him.
None of you can lay a finger on me. I exist on a whole other plane. If you wish to kill me, you will need to climb this tower. I'll be waiting for you at the top of the pillar. So if you want to save the world, I suggest you work together and start your ascent. Oh, but wait. Did I mention there's a traitor among you?
What?
Are you trying to scare us? You're not very good at bluffing.
All will be clear soon enough. If you want to climb higher, you will have to sacrifice one of your own.
Spouting nonsense and then he disappears? Screw that guy!
Do you think it's true about there being a traitor?
That's obviously a lie. How could a member of Sealed, upholder of justice, ever take the side of evil?
It'd be good if that's the case.
So part of the reason why I like this game so much is because this game this game caught me off guard with the whole trader situation, because I thought that when it came to like um playing through like a random battle, that trader was going to backstab me at any moment. So
Damn it.
I was led to believe to like not trust anybody on my team.
Yes.
That I was gonna level my team members just enough to be able to take on the trader of my team, but to be able to defeat the trader when the time comes. So normally out through the group, I'll try to find which ones are my favorite
But
and stick them together, while the ones that I didn't trust, I try to like keep my eyes open for them. But little do I know that in this game, which kind of makes it like a very, very big brain move, is that for every playthrough, there's always a different trader. It does not matter if one playthrough the trader was Toya or Nagi or whatever case may be. But for every playthrough, it's always a different trader. And I played through this game already, so I have my set traders and whatnot. And you can easily get the bad ending for choosing the wrong person as the trader. Like more of that you'll see towards the end of the video. And over here with the whole talking and stuff like that,
What?
you can basically like, talk to the other teammates and get to know them better. It also helps with doing secret or side missions and whatnot that basically specializes in your teammates undergoing like, I guess a challenge or a goal that they're trying to meet, or special team missions and whatnot. And from what I learned about this game is that on your first playthrough, the very first trader is always scripted, meaning clear save data, starting from the beginning with a fresh start. The trader is always going to be the same.
Yes.
After that, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, traders is always different. If I were to do a new game plus and play this whole game over, then the traders are going to be different. It's going to be switched up. So for your very first time when you trying to find out who the first trader is, or New Game Plus, that first trader is not going to be the same one as the last game that you played. So it's always different to keep you like, playing and trying to guess. And not all, like, you can't really tell always from the start who is like, that's that trader. Like, trust me, like my first playthrough, before I understood how to find out who is like, who is the one that's gonna backstab me, I made a couple of bad guesses. And later on, as the game progresses, they'll show you, like, you know, what was it? 2 ways of how to find out who's the traitor in your team or not. One of the ways is if you guess right, then you know exactly who the traitor is. Like, you can gun for them when it comes to voting time. The other way is just hints. So, what's the best way to put it?
Yes.
Well, when the game progresses, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. And then on top of that, even if it comes towards the end of the chapter, one of the other challenges is trying to convince your other people on your party that X person is the traitor. Because you can go into the room where they pick out who is the traitor.
Hey.
And you have like, you know, your idea of who it is, but your party members is probably not convinced. So there's a trick to find out. There's a trick to make them or convince them to go along with your vote, which I'm gonna show you that later on too. I don't know in this video I'm gonna show you, but most definitely the next video I will show you that. But right now I'm just talking to everybody, letting the main character get to know the whole story. But all of this don't matter. When the speech bubble is white with the ... it's really nothing really. But whenever, like, you know, you get to this, like, after every mission, is when the speech bubble is blue, and definitely when the speech bubble is gold. Those are the ones you want to pay attention to and talk to your teammates about. So that's just like, you know, the little insight about this game.
When he said he'd launch those missiles in 13 days, I wonder if he was lying.
This is a man who's destroyed half the planet. Let's not discount his threat so quick. In fact, it's probably safest we assume he's telling the truth about this.
What worries me more is what he said about a traitor. Do you really think there's one among us?
You say that as if you couldn't possibly be the traitor. Are you trying to claim that you're not the traitor then?
That was not my intent.
This is a circular discussion. Obviously, the traitor would not reveal his or her identity. The rational course is simple. Trust no one.
So, there's an enemy among us?
What a pain in the ass. Whoever's the traitor, come clean.
Please stop it. How can we suspect our own teammates? I don't like this at all. So what if you don't like it? Are you fine with the traitor doing as they please and killing us all? That's not what I just...
Enough. There's no need to phrase it that way. In any case, we have no way of determining that there's a traitor with certainty.
That's true. It could be a ruse he's using just to get under our skin. He's done a good job of getting to us so far.
Regardless, we aren't making any progress by discussing this.
Right. All we can do is move forward.
So the best countermeasure for now is to keep an eye on one another, huh?
Even though we're teammates, I'm against the whole notion.
Whatever. I don't care if you're all a bunch of traitors. I'm killing the end and saving the world.
It'd be real funny if you were the traitor after saying all that.
What the hell'd you say?
Can we stop this useless prattle? You're starting to give me a headache. Show's right. All we can do now is move forward. Does it matter if there's a traitor in our ranks? We're just a hastily made team anyway. I'd hardly consider any of you an ally. We're simply a gathering of people with similar goals. Nothing more.
Isn't that a little bleak?
Let's head out. We have a purpose to fulfill. We have to keep going.
Yeah, a lot of mind games is happening here. Like, the traitor's not gonna come out and say that he's a traitor, so after a couple of battles, you start to learn more and more how to pinpoint who can't be trusted or not. So, why is it important to catch the traitor? I learned that later on in the game that if you don't take out the traitor before you face the end, then you face the traitor right before you face the end. Like, on my first playthrough, yeah, I made a couple of mistakes, but after trying to, like, you know, after I found out how to, like, pick off the traitor and started to, like, you know, voting the traitor off, I knew that there was still one more person who is the traitor that's on the team. And I ended up facing him before I fought the end. Which was kind of odd, because if he was the traitor, then I would have expected him to face him along with the end. And it was actually one of the traitor ended up traitor was a person who I've used in battle several times. Actually, like, my number 2 pick out of the team that I would create doing the missions, which kind of sucked, but you know, that's what happens. See, everybody gets different weapons that only they can use. Just like I said, 3 people with handguns, 1 person with a shotgun, 2 with submachine guns, I think 2 with daggers, 1 with a long sword, and the girl with what's it called, gauntlets, even though you don't see her using it during the game. But yeah, let's check this gate. And that's how we, like, you know, select the missions that we going to pick out and whatnot. So the first one was the, I guess, a tutorial mission, and it has cleared. You don't get a ranking for that, but the other ones, those you get a ranking for. As you see, it says 1 star, the star meaning how difficult the mission is. And then the M stands for main, S stands for side. Normally I would always go for side missions before I go to the main mission, because after you do a main mission and then you come back over here, then the story progresses. And just like any tactic game, you have your deployment. So I get to choose who would I want to deploy at that said particular spot. Blue being my teammates, red being the enemy, and those little cubes on the side that you see on the map, I can't point them out, but there's one to the bottom left and the other one to the right. Those are normally items. Can be health items, can be weapons, so that way you don't end up having to like bust your pockets buying weapons for your new characters, or for your characters and whatnot. Sometimes they carry the weapons behind like locked doors and whatnot, and you have to like go and find a switch to press the button in order to like get that said item behind the door. But in here we don't have a door, so we don't have to worry about it. We just have to take a character who can move the furthest all the way to that said item. Oh, and I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but I'm playing this game on the PS3.
Let's do this.
So if you were to want to try this game out yourself, you would have to get a PS3, or knowing how rare PS3s are and knowing how rare this game is, because I was lucky enough to get this game for cheap, but I almost end up paying like $70 for this game. Oh yeah, he teleports. He's very useful, but for battles, starting like just using him to start out the first attack.
Move out. Let's go.
But yeah, this is on the PS3. If you wanted to play this game today, they also have this game for Steam. So there goes your alternative option, and I'm pretty sure Steam is not going to raise the price of those games. So your best bet would be Steam. Now in this game, like during this battle, like in any type of game I play, because I'm probably going to play Final Fantasy Tactics sometime in the future, my go-to strat would be to find an enemy and then just tag team on that enemy and just do it one by one. Because going after every enemy all at the same time is just a recipe for disaster. So basically what I do is pick out the weakest part of the squad and just take them out. That way, when we get to like the stronger enemy, my whole entire team can like converge on that said enemy. That did mad damage.
Here I go.
forgot what I'm gonna do with her. Yeah, probably gonna do the fur, give it to the teleporting guy since he can move the furthest. Nope. Basically what I'm trying to do, since it's like one of the earlier missions, is trying to beat this mission as fast as I can.
Leave it to me.
So I'm gonna give it to him and then have him try to take out this enemy real quick. Since it's a human enemy, chances are he won't counterattack. Or it looks, I see a counter. Yeah, he's gonna counter.
Too slow.
But yeah, just like the enemies, our teammates can counter with that. That rush shot is just like S sweep. Whenever you see the attack show that it has a wide range,
Too slow. There you go.
you won't be able to counterattack that.
Let's go.
Are you ready?
Let's get this show on the road.
Alright, him, I'm gonna like take him to that item that's all the way to the right that I was showing you before I started the mission.
Move out.
I'm gonna think about it before I do
Here
it.
I go.
Let's do this.
Because if I get my main character to attack the enemy before the teleporting guy leaves, well, I'm gonna do that thing.
Are you ready?
And away we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him right there because I want to grab that item on the far right.
Commencing assault.
Her, I can use S sweep if I want. Yeah.
Let's go.
And then I'll just use her to attack what enemy I want to take down first. I'll use S sweep again.
Understood.
Yeah, lots of times you'll see me use the fur a lot to do an attack twice. Alright, them two have low. I can basically use her and defer my turn to the teleporting guy so he can get another chance at moving forward more. For that item. See that cube right there? That's the item I was trying to get. And I'm going to attack from behind, so that way, even if I miss, then my main character can attack with his pistol. But now it's the enemy's turn. Oh yeah, and the enemies can also have team assist attacks. I don't think that enemy's going to do anything because
Let's go.
don't want to get counterattacked.
Let's get this show on the road.
So let me grab this item real quick.
Let's get this show on the road.
Move out.
Yeah, we're probably going to try it. Nah, you know what? Get rid of them. Get rid of it.
You're off target. Let's go.
I'm going to use the fur on her
Understood.
because there's another item this way. Now I'm going to try to go for it, but if the enemy decides to attack one of my characters before I get that item, then
Let's go.
Are you ready?
my teammate is just going to counterattack and then it's going to end the battle anyway.
Leave it to me.
Most of the time, the enemy won't do that.
Let's do this.
I know in any other tactical game they'll just
Here's my chance. Yeah.
run away, and then they'll just only attack if you get close to them. Oh yeah, that enemy can do that attack, and I can't counterattack. That's alright.
Let's do this.
Here I go. For everyone.
Let's go back to her and then try to get her to that cube right there.
Let's go.
Let's do this.
Oh, there's another one? Oh no, that's the same one.
Are you ready?
Let's get this show on the road.
So basically what I can do right here is just end turns for everybody.
Let's go.
Since the enemy,
Are you ready?
I mean the enemy's gonna keep attacking, but oh, you know what? I lied. Took him out anyway. I think I got an A ranking. If I'd beaten the term prior to that, I would have got a better ranking. Oh yeah, and also depending on your rankings and the number of turns you spent, you can actually gain a lot of experience. The higher your rank, the more experience that you get. Now remember that I told you like a way to tell who the traitor is?
There's no escape.
After every mission, he'll do that. There's gonna be a red text, and then somebody will speak, but it would be like a messed up sounding talk, and it'll be a traitor amongst the group that you took out for the mission. And when that lights up, that means somebody's wanting to talk. See how like the speech bubble is blue? That meaning that the conversation that you're gonna have with that said person, it's important. Like you do that, you speak to them, and then it kind of gets you a little bit more closer to your comrade. Sometimes you do it enough and it unlocks a special mission for that said character. So that's something that you might want to do if you want to do the special missions. But yeah, like I said, after every mission, when you see the main characters like meditating and hearing the voices and you see the characters and stuff like that, that gives you a clue that, like, you know, the one person that you took on your team could be a traitor. However, it always does that, and not all the time that the person that you took is the traitor. Meaning, you can take like 5 people on your team or 6 people on your team on a mission, and even if it does that, when you see the red text and then you hear that messed up sounding glitchy voice in the back, that doesn't mean that the person that you took on that said mission is the traitor 100%. It gives you a clue, but that clue is not strong enough. There's 2 other methods of how you can find a traitor, which I'll show you later on during the game. It won't be in this chapter though. It'll probably be on the next chapter, the next video. Alright, so I went ahead and I ranked up on those missions. I did S rank for both of those missions, leveled up my character, and now we're going to do one of the main missions. So on this map, I'm pointing out like on the left hand side of the map, you see that blue, those two blue pillars right over there in the middle of that small area. Those are doors. Those doors can only be opened by a special switch on the map. Now I don't see the switch at all, and sometimes whenever the switch is closed, whenever the switch is not there, that means you can find a special switch on a different stage. And how I figured that out was because when I was able to press one of the switches on a different stage, it didn't do anything until when I came back and started doing the previous missions, and then those doors were unlocked. So that just goes to show you, like, you know, doing those previous stages actually, like, you know, actually do something for the game. Alright, we got a squad, so we're gonna go in.
Gotta climb to the top floor, huh?
Wish we had more to go on. I mean, anyone know the way to go to reach the top?
Our only option is to search the area. It could be a trap, but we don't have much of a choice.
Now, going off of what the End said to us, we are the only ones who entered the pillar.
Wait a minute. If I recall correctly, we had far more members with us. Just where in the world are they?
They must not have made it inside. Either that or they all died, but I doubt it.
What gives? Why are we the only ones that got in?
Maybe it's the one thing we have in common. Our gifts.
That thought sounds reasonable enough.
They never specified how many, but I heard them say when they put Sealed together, there were others out there with abilities like I had.
It's regrettable that we were put in this situation before we had a proper grasp of our members.
You mean the traitor, huh?
If you ask me, I say screw them. They try anything stupid, it'll blow their cover.
Oh, nice one. Quite a clever way to guide suspicion away, Mr. Mafia Man.
What'd you say, you little brat?
Hold it. Look, I understand it's hard not to be suspicious given the circumstances, but it won't do us any good accusing each other. If we lose our heads here, it's going to be even harder to figure out a means to find the enemy. Keep that in mind during the fight. Let's go. Let's do this.
Oh yeah, and also on the map, you see that sparkly thing right there? That's also an item on the floor.
And away we go.
I'm gonna get him to check it. It's just telling me, like, the examine icon that pops up sometimes during battle.
And away we go.
Well, let's do this.
Alright, I'm putting him right here. I think I'm gonna try to defer I have to wait.
For everyone's sake.
Yeah, my whole plan is just to get my team together and then
Leave it to me.
get the one that does the most damage.
Are you ready?
Up in front.
Move out.
But the reason why I'll put the teleporting guy over there, just to show you
Are you ready?
the door.
Leave it to me.
So yeah, the only way that you can attack without getting a counterattack, as I said, is if you use your long range character for enemies that can't reach you. And since he's up close, he can reach me. So that's why you get counterattack. And some enemies have special attacks, like they can actually make you blind, make you poison, and all that. Just like in any other tactic game.
Let's get this show on the road.
Well,
The enemy that's blue, he's a sniper. So he can shoot from way far. And those snipers, they have special skills where they can actually lock on and shoot further than normal.
Roger that.
I'm gonna do the S sweep. Okay, yeah, I got another skill. Coil shot. That one is a long range attack. I can just do it right there, and then that enemy cannot counterattack.
Let's go.
We're gonna see me use that attack a lot in this game.
Commencing assault.
Dive is another gifted skill, and that does so much damage. She has a better dive than that though. That does monster damage, but
Let's go.
we're not there yet. Oh yeah, that's that sniper guy. But you've seen it, he can attack twice with that weapon. Kind of makes him a lot more dangerous than what he normally is. Sometimes, like you'll see, what you see me do too, is that I'll put a character close to the enemy, but I would not attack. And that's because whenever I do that, oh yeah, I'm just showing you the door. See, I can't go inside the door. So it has to be on a different stage that I get to unlock it.
Well,
but yeah, sometimes when I put my character close to an enemy and don't attack, it's only because I'm getting another ally close to the enemy, so I can do the team attack.
Okay, leave it to me.
Let's begin.
Leave it to me.
Just shaking hand because
Move out.
even though it reads that there's no item there, you know those sparkly items on the floor, there still can be something there. But with that being said, just able to beat this mission in 3 turns.
Damn.
I think I'm beating the mission in 1, 2, or 3 turns will give us an S rank. I think. I know one or 2 turns is an S rank automatically. 3 turns it might be an A rank. But some missions, if you're under level, it will take longer to actually beat the mission. And even though if it takes longer, it doesn't really like affect you in the story in any way. Like sometimes it takes long.
Seriously?
Oh.
Damn it.
See, he already got a vision of who the traitor is. I was gonna ask that question, like, you know, who you think the traitor is gonna be, but since I'm doing it off of a fresh save,
Seriously?
like, you know, the events are scripted for this first chapter. I kind of forgot that they give that hint. Okay, it was an A rank. Next time I redo that mission, I'll just go for the S rank.
Justice is glory!
I came here to uphold justice.
Huh?
Huh?
So yeah, just like I said before, after every mission, you get the blue text meaning your comrades, the red text meaning the traitor, and as it shows the red text, you hear traitor in the background, traitor, traitor. But like I said, that's just like one clue that the traitor is amongst your team, but it doesn't always mean 100% that the teammates that you brought in for that mission is the traitor. But the more times you see the red text after the mission, means that, like, yes, you actually do have a traitor, and now you gotta figure out who is the traitor. And this guy George, like I said, since it's scripted, as righteous as he may seem like he is, it took me by surprise that, you know, he's actually one of the traitors in this chapter. And he's actually like a strong character too. If I were to play New Game Plus, playing this same chapter, then George would most likely not be the traitor until like maybe later on during the other chapters, or he may not be a traitor at all. So that's the way that this game works. Alright, so towards the end of the chapter, you know, I skipped over the boss fights for the first chapter. Alright, I got Generator unlocked. Generator is where you buy your health items and your weapons and stuff like that. But towards the end of the chapter, you got Judgment. Judgment is where you actually proceed to make the call of who the traitor is. And in this game, they'll do saving. So once you go in here, it'll save, so that way you can't backtrack and try to cheat the game. So that's how they lock you in for the choice that you make.
What is this room? It seems so different.
This place is strange, but a different sort of strange than everywhere else we've been. What does it all mean?
The door!
Huh? It won't open. Are we locked in?
Oh no. Did we walk right into a trap?
Impossible! How could we, defenders of justice, ever fall into a trap?
Locking us in here, huh? I'm curious what his intentions are.
This sure is a bizarre-looking machine. I wonder what it's used for.
I wonder what all these are for. There's 11 of them. Huh. One for each of us, I guess.
Who the hell cares about that? Let's hurry up and get out of here. I'll knock down the wall if I have to.
He chose to trap us here for a reason. I assume breaking out is not going to be easy.
So we were deceived from the beginning. Is that what this is? You can hear us, can't you? Why don't you show yourself, the end?
We call and you show up. I didn't expect such politeness.
I see you're all getting along quite well as you climb upward. But I'd like to know, have you managed to discover the traitor?
It's not as easy as all that. No one's just gonna come out and admit it. But come on, how do we know you aren't lying? I'm more of a seeing is believing guy.
Truth doesn't require proving. Whether you believe me or not doesn't change the state of reality.
Maybe, but we still don't know if you're telling the truth.
I have no intention of trusting the words of the enemy. Do you really think I'd believe there's a traitor among us?
You can choose not to believe me, but eventually your fate will be sealed. You will have to keep moving forward if you wish to stop me. And unfortunately, in order for you to leave this room, there is a task that you will need to perform.
Quit being so ambiguous. Why don't you just hurry up and tell us what you want?
There is something you must do first. You must erase one of your own. by your own hands.
What?
Erase? You want us to kill someone? Why would we do something like that? We are comrades, fighting for the same cause.
You are mistaken. If there is a traitor in your midst, how can you be comrades?
I noticed you didn't specifically say kill earlier.
Oh, you'll understand. For now, you must cast your votes. You must all determine whom you wish to erase.
A vote that decides who gets erased.
So you're having us erase one of our own. Is that your game?
Erase our own teammate? There's no way we'd do that.
Oh, but you cannot proceed until you do. It's not so difficult. Simply erase the traitor. Assuming you figured out their identity, that is.
I got a better idea. Why don't I just kick your ass right here and now?
I exist on a whole different plane. I believe we've been over this. Besides, you currently do not have the power to defeat me.
Huh? Well, this is rather inconvenient.
What's the matter?
Looks like we can't use our gifts here.
How astute. Yes, as long as you remain here, you won't have your powers. Your abilities are sealed, and you cannot use them to escape. There is no choice but to obey, and to participate in this little game of death. If you wish to climb the tower and save the world, you'll need to get your hands dirty with the blood of your compatriots. I'll be waiting for you up above. I'm just dying to see you.
And like that, he's gone. What's that guy's problem?
So, let's discuss the situation, perhaps. Anyone got any ideas?
In order to proceed, we must erase one member from the group. In other words, the end means for us to kill each other.
No, there's no way that should be allowed. We're teammates, aren't we? Why do we have to kill each other?
Such a righteous opinion. But no matter how noble it sounds, you're just avoiding the problem at hand. Everyone here is well aware that our true enemy is the end.
Isn't it a bit early in the day to make such an important decision?
Yeah, there has to be another way out of here, right?
You said it. Perhaps we should take a gander at the room again?
But if the end is telling the truth, we need to rid ourselves of the traitor.
We're still talking about this?
Screw this! Whoever the traitor is has 2 seconds to step forward.
Calm yourself. We are playing right into the enemy's hand if we panic.
It'd be rather typical if the bloke who keeps going on about justice were the traitor in the end.
What? You suspect me?
Hey, let's not forget the girl with the accent. She's already putting up an act.
Oh, you flatter me. But I'm not that clever of a bird.
If you people point fingers long enough, just about anyone can start looking suspicious.
Is this really a laughing matter?
What's it matter if I laugh? I don't trust any of you. I don't suspect any of you either. If you ask me, you're all equally insignificant.
So you're saying that you won't hesitate to suspect or kill any of us? That's quite the philosophy you've got.
I thought you'd have a similar mindset, no?
I won't deny it.
So, what now? There's no way for us to continue until we find the traitor, right?
We can't be sure that there's no way to get out just yet. Let's try searching the room once more.
I guess. Alright, I'll check over there.
Will you be fine by yourself? I can go with you.
No, I'm fine. It isn't safe pairing up, you know, if there's a traitor here.
Oh.
At any rate, let's look for an exit. This room can't be completely closed off. There has to be some kind of way out.
I hope that's the case.
It doesn't look like there's anything here.
If only we could use our abilities, we could tear down these walls.
Oh, come now, Toya. You needn't be so violent.
Says the girl whose gift is best suited for violence.
Whatever could you mean? I quite dislike violence.
You have such superhuman strength. That's a shame. I would have been glad to count you among my soldiers.
What?
All of you, just stay where you are!
Huh? What the hell are you doing, George? Let her go!
Huh? What are you doing to Yoko?
Would you stop joking around? I don't find it funny at all.
I'm serious about this.
That's enough, George. Let her go.
Don't come any closer!
The man seems rather worked up. He might actually be capable of going through with it, I'd say.
I know what this is. I heard all about it. This device is the real thing. That it really will erase us.
What are you talking about, George?
I am different from the rest of you. I must survive this ordeal. Even if it means I have to kill you.
George, what are you saying? Wait.
You gotta be kidding. Is this happening?
How ironic. Who would have thought that the End's words would be proven in this way?
George, is this true? Are you really betraying us?
So there really was someone working for the End from the beginning. I'm real scared.
What's the meaning of this, George? You were the one most fixated on upholding justice.
I have my own justice I must uphold. I have things that I must protect.
What are you talking about? We're all here in order to save the world.
Yes, you are right. However, I know the truth.
Ah, such a pity. George Jackman. It seems you don't quite grasp the subtlety that's required for being a turncoat.
What? What do you mean?
There is only one way for you all to proceed, and that is to erase one of your own by your own hands. And you must all participate in the vote to determine whom. If even a single one is missing, you will not be allowed to progress.
That's... I get it. So if we lose even a single member, we won't be able to get past this room at all then. For instance, if they die on the way.
What?
Exactly. If you wish to advance, then every last one of you must participate in the judgment. There's no exceptions. That is why you must cooperate, help each other, aid each other, deepen your bonds with each other. And afterwards, you must then erase one of your own comrades after fighting alongside them just moments ago. It's the only way.
You say some twisted things.
Screw that guy! Says his piece and then runs away?
Yeah, he's gotta learn how to listen. Chicks don't like guys who do all the talking.
Well, at least things are a bit more in our favor now, right?
So, what's it gonna be, George? For some reason, you knew that this judgment thing is the real deal, and that it's the only way we can proceed. But in order for us to commence the judgment, all of us have to be present. In other words, you can't kill the hostage you have.
Yoko! Are you alright?
She doesn't seem to have any external injuries.
I'm fine. I'm sorry I worried all of you.
I am sorry, Yoko.
Seriously, guy, now you're apologizing? Saying sorry doesn't just make it all better.
Go to hell, George. You're gonna get what's coming to you.
It's best you stop. The fact that we can't lay a finger on him applies as well. That's, of course, if this judgment is the only way we can proceed.
Judgment will now commence. All participants are to take their place and begin their preparations.
Huh? What was that?
I guess it's starting, whether we're ready or not. We don't have much of a choice.
So everyone votes to decide who to erase, huh?
I guess we lucked out. We all know exactly who to vote for.
George, do you have anything to say for yourself?
No. It goes against my justice to make any excuses.
Still yakking on about justice after taking a bird hostage? You really are a wanker.
Ha! Well, let's make things clear. I'm casting my vote for you, George. You got that, you dumbass traitor?
Kinda seems like the only choice in this situation, huh?
If we really have to do this, well, I'm sorry, George.
There was a reason why you did that, wasn't there, George? You didn't really mean to kill me, right? Why aren't you saying anything?
Judgment will now commence. All participants, please submit your vote.
Must we really do this?
I don't like where this is going, everyone. I'm not hurt at all, see? Let's stop this. There's no reason for us to follow whatever the end tells us.
Hey, I agree with you. This whole thing sucks, big time. But what choice do we have? I mean, we can't stay locked in here forever.
Time isn't on our side. Would you be okay if we sat around and let the world be destroyed?
That's not what I'm saying. It's just...
Do not hesitate. Each of you should all follow your own sense of justice.
But, George!
We don't have time to be arguing like this. Let's do it.
Is there no other alternative?
So here's where we pick who to choose. Now, George kind of gave himself away. If he was really smart, he would have just held down till like until we start the vote, and then try to convince everybody that he's not the traitor.
I'd say that's a pretty reasonable outcome.
I have no regrets. I have merely acted according to my own sense of justice till the end. May justice's glory be forever!
He's gone. How'd he... Did he just disappear?
He didn't even leave a trace. If this was some magic show, I'd be real impressed.
How... Where'd he go? Is this a joke?
So he was erased just like that. Or rather, we erased him.
How's that work? He just vanishes?
So what the end said really was true.
Yes, and in the worst way possible. Our predicament is far from over. The end never said that there was just one traitor among us.
Are you telling me there's more?
I can't say for certain, but now that we know there really was a traitor, are we gonna be able to trust each other?
I'd say it's unlikely, unadvisable even, that we trust each other now that we have seen the traitor wasn't a bluff. It appears the end has succeeded in sowing discord among us.
So, I really can't trust anyone, huh?
Fine by me. Wasn't planning on trusting any of you losers in the first place.
Huh? What's that sound?
Are those stairs?
Looks like we have our way out. How honorable of the end. I'm almost disappointed in him.
What do we do? Should we try looking for George?
But where would we even start? He disappeared without a trace. And besides, I doubt he made it, judging by the way he was erased.
I cannot accept that.
So is he dead?
Without a proper body for me to examine, I can't really answer that.
Jeez. I mean, we get to keep going, yeah, but I still feel really bad about all this.
It really can't be helped, can it? Someone we thought was our comrade turned out to be a traitor, plus gotten erased. And furthermore, there may be even other traitors to boot.
What a pain in the ass.
Let's move on, everyone. There's no point in worrying about this here.
But...
We have a mission to accomplish. If we keep standing here doing nothing, the world might come to an end. We need to keep going. We can't let George's sacrifice be in vain.
Show's right, I think. The game is changing, and we need to adapt to survive.
You say that, but what if there is another traitor?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I feel you're being overly optimistic, but I understand what you're getting at. There's no helping it given the situation.
Let's keep going. Who cares if there's a traitor coming with us? Trust no one, and continue to fight by taking advantage of those around you. That mindset makes things easy.
So much for one big happy family.
All right, let's go. But I believe in every one of you. There aren't any traitors among us.
I don't have much faith in any of you. You step out of line, and I'll take you out myself.
That sentiment applies to you as well. You'd best watch yourself.
I take it no one has any objections to proceeding then? All right, let's go.
Well, that's it for chapter 1 of Lost Dimension. If you want to see more, you know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Take care.